What's the mighty good word, party folk? I'm your mile high priest. I'm up here up about a mile high on Saturn's day. It's Saturday, October 26th, where I'm at. What's good, folks? My name's Armando. I'm chilling up here in Denver on a maybe slow for me, sleepy slow Saturday. Hope everyone is having a great end to their October. I just wanted to check in after finishing or wrapping up the all signs readings. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you all for all the comments and for all the likes. I'm really grateful. I'm ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you for hanging out as always, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I am definitely feeling my allergies, and I was questioning. I do have the afternoon, and I was questioning coming on to do the reading, but yeah, something just kind of tells me. With that, we should just get into it, right? Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your Sun in Scorpio court. I'm your effervescent, allergic, Akashic librarian, stellar informant, ninja warrior, funny looking jester, who keeps wearing the same black, rotating between the same 3 black sweaters. Highly allergic jester with your, wow, the cloud coverage kicked in with your Sun in Scorpio message. Thank you all again, once again, ever grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you all so much for all the likes. Hit like along the way if it does resonate with you. I think I'm just gonna like drop a bunch of oracle, starting with Herbal Astrology by Adriana Ayales, and then I'll pull a Sacred Symbols Oracle by Marcella Kroll. I have Matt Hughes' Dreamscape Oracle. Then I have the Hermetic Tarot and the Wanderer's Tarot. Wanderer's Tarot is so cool for Halloween. It's kind of witchy. Anyway, let's see. I did write something, right? Okay, so the new moon is in about a week, less than a week, on Friday, November 1st, depending on where you are at. It does fall around 9.5 or 10 degrees of Scorpio. And Mercury is very active at that point before it ingresses into Sagittarius. So it'll be hanging out in the final degrees, like the last 2 degrees of Scorpio around the new moon. It'll trine with Mars. It'll oppose Uranus, it'll sextile with Pluto, it'll trine with Neptune. So a lot of watery kind of power, dynamic, emotional, practical, 2 of Pentacles in a way, and also the Chariot, which are 2 very different authorities and archetypes, right? Okay, so Mars is also active, meeting with or opposing Pluto and trining with Neptune. So it is about reclaiming power, is what I wrote. Reclaim power before taking action. That's more of the Chariot archetype interpretation. Venus in Sagittarius squares with Saturn in Pisces and opposes Neptune retrograde in Gemini. So my kind of abstract headline would be spiritual alchemy strength, which I don't know if that goes together, but my summary is trust your instinct to go the distance. So trust your instinct to make good decisions, better decisions, decisions that are made by you, for you, in your unconditional loving manner or drive, right? Speak up for yourself on an individual level, but that speaks to your level of emotional and keen intelligence. it speaks to yourself and others. So not just yourself and not just others. So where I go with this is maybe suggestive, not a question, right? But yeah, just a suggestive phrase. Choose to co-create. Choose to co-create. So I did write, I was questioning the title. I was questioning just today. I think it's the moon woke me up in the final degrees of Leo, and then it dipped into Virgo, and then my energy just kind of dipped. I think because it does talk to Pluto. Anyway, reunion, a memory, one that holds you back, ingrained deeply, it gives without lack. Let's sit, we meet, the past propels us, past fears so sweet, it doesn't bind us. This one we keep because it moves us. Wow. Awesome. Birthday of fire water. Thank you so much. Spiritual guides of the highest light. Messages for the collective, no matter your natal placement. Thank you so much for being here. What can the collective expect for the end of October as we embark on the Sun in Scorpio transit? So we do have the sun, a solar herb, blue lotus, card number 5, initiation. I'm sorry, intuition. Wow. Why did I read it that way? And then we have a Neptunian, Pluto and Mercury card, Amanita, conduit, card number 42. Is Amanita a mushroom? I believe so. And then blue lotus, obviously. Is that very rich solar herb, blue lotus? Okay. Intuition, card number 5, sun and moon. It is a lower octave, lunar lower octave herb. The sun and the moon do meet in Scorpio in about a week. This is a Scorpio, sun and Scorpio reading. We'll dive into that a little bit more. I'll pull one from a Sacred Symbols Oracle. Okay, well, yeah, it just depends on, I see it as a flip side. Can I tell you why I didn't want to come on to record? Because the message does lie alongside the power dynamics, which is referencing taking your power back for spiritual growth, taking your power back for practical growth in practical matters, growth in your practical body, your practical nature and behavior. So while the typical assertion is change or evolution, or the typical idea, notion, suggestion is to evolve, to change, the language sort of shifts to the choice. So very much the Lover's card, very much mercurial, very much Mercury has that day and night dual aspect, and here's the sun and the moon, a day and night aspect, a dual aspect, can you now create, so co-create or sustain, depending on where you are at in your journey, right? You know, you may be asked or called to do shadow work or look at those aspects, or you may be directed. The suggestion may be to come out of those to apply self-awareness and self-evaluation to determine where you are being stunted as far as behaviors, right? So behaviors that keep you in the shadow, in the dark, mustering up enough strength to pinpoint and determine, which involves kind of going against the grain a little bit, because people may be used to you, like, for example, in just the most basic frame, or one basic example would be like, you suddenly stop going out so much, or you suddenly stop spending so much money on going out, or going out to eat, or buying certain things. And it does involve time, and it does involve pulling away. It does involve standing on your own. Again, it is about doing right by yourself and the other, and more so, I think it's honoring the language, the perception, and the connotation, because if we could move beyond those egoist like battles, right? Of maybe it's not supposing that you have to change, right? That you have to change for others. It's supposing that you choose to better you, to better who you are, to better how you make decisions, to better make decisions, to make better decisions for you. We have fire. Okay, so that's why I didn't want to come on the camera here, because of this shift that's kind of involved, right? Determining where you are standing sort of in between the realms. These are real realms, right? And it may be that you have been in one mode over the other, that you haven't looked at those types of behaviors. I'm sorry, I will choose one from here. Collective, what's good? The allergies are kicking my butt. At the bottom of the deck, we do have card 47, Lucky, the horseshoe. Then we have card number 40 is a card that actually flipped out. Meditate. With the mudra, the thumb and index finger pads meeting to form a... This one seems like a closed, the closed tips. Okay, yeah, talisman too. Yeah, look, there's a shadow. I believe we had that message, right? In one of the recent readings, we had that message of your sense of intuition is increasing the level, regardless of whether you have felt, or maybe it is just an increased level of intuitive awareness due to the Sun in Scorpio timing. Spiritual guides of the highest light, clear divine messages for the collective. Thank you so much. I have now the Dreamscape Oracle. Okay. The serpent at the bottom of the deck, which is really about the ever-consuming end, the in between, the transition, seeing the end and being at that threshold of the beginning. We do have the Architect as the card that came out, which does give me like the High Priest vibes, but it is okay. Architect, more so like you do have the strength, you have the courage, and maybe it's just a sign. Okay, so for a lot of you magicians, so yeah, if you are in that Virgo and kind of Piscean landscape, or you are in that earthy kind of magician landscape, whether you're Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, there's a lot about assessing processes, and the shadow lies therein in the practical processes. So a lot of the kind of suggestions for shadow work lie in the aspects of a more spiritual content, leading to goals and contentment. So in a more earthly, practical sense, to connect practical, mundane matters to divine source. What behaviors do you need to look at in your everyday practical behaviors and matters? A very Virgoan, holistic, with a meditate card, with the lucky card, it is like, it's the deeper, going from unconscious to conscious to determine where your mindset kind of, like it dishevels you, or it causes an imbalance. It moves you from a flowing, creative, calling in the lucky, good energy to detrimental self-sabotage energy. Also, so those deeper points of awareness to even more practical senses, like what you're eating, maybe how fast you're eating, or how much, or what kind, what the food is, or what you are eating, right? You are what you eat. So I like the Architect because it does sort of brighten the day. Create your own life. Use your own mental powers to manifest desires. So there you go. This symbol reminds the Architect of their ability to manifest their divine will. what I'm getting is more like your flow, the flow, getting into the creative flow. Maybe that has been a problem or an issue you're facing. I would even suggest like Blue Lotus in that case for kind of it's more of a relief, right? Like there's a pause, there's a certain point where you can culminate a healing phase, and maybe this is it. This is the call for you to just get on with the show. We have received that message lately too. The key would be to then invite the creative flow, which does involve making decisions that are in more a lighter way, a lighter way about you. Wow. Okay. I don't know how that happened. Every time I shuffle and look away, like the cards just want to fly. Goddess, Isis, Sun, God, Ra, Mercury, Archangels. What a deep reading, y'all. What's good, party folk? Leave me a comment. Say hello. I'm so like my allergies are getting me sleepy. Okay. Goddess, Isis, Sun, God, Ra, Mercury, Archangels, Angels, Spiritual guides of the highest light. So 6 of Swords, Mercury in Aquarius, 7 of Pentacles, Saturn in Taurus. Definitely kind of does assert the message that we've been discussing, which is moving on from looking at what isn't working for you, okay? Or maybe that is a challenge, that is a current challenge. It's just how to break out of that. What's going to allow you to actually feel grounded and feel secure. I also see a moon ritual. The key, if you wanted to know, the key is the flow state. And there are many different ways of attaining that level of full creative being, okay? And it is just like, for some of you, it could be a weekend away, a meeting of the minds, a meeting of friends, like partaking. That is part of the new moon in Scorpio at 10, 11 degrees. But it does require that you remove yourself from a particular behavior or way of acting, which may involve you leaving a space. And it doesn't have to be permanent. It is just, it could be a mind space. It could be alone time. It could be going away for the weekend, that sort of thing. Being on your own, observing, to detach from darkness, to detach from insecurity, to detach from imposter syndrome, to assert yourself in a more determined, more so determined way about you in the landscape of how am I going to commit to, wow, there's a lot of like working to better yourself, we have Saturn in freaking Virgo, Taurus. I don't know why I keep getting like Saturn and Virgo. We have Mercury in Aquarius and Saturn in Taurus here. Okay, two fixed signs. What's keeping you from growing, right? Seven of Pentacles. You've kind of recognized it already. The block to the creative flow, the creative. There are many ways to get into a creative flow, right? And maybe it seems you have stumbled upon it. And now there is that part about maybe the sensation of having to prove yourself. So you don't have to, right? The basis of the situation. Yeah, wow, Three of Swords. Lord of Sorrow. Okay, I mean, you're not doing it the wow, and then we have another three, the Empress. Which is very much like conserve. Something about conservation, like you're not going to go down that road anymore. There's something also that like your ego kind of wants to defy, and it's more than just a desire. It's a true like a love, and it could be just this new sensation of love for this feeling. Like you love the new sensation of you. You're loving the new sensation of you. You are in love with someone or something, like a passion of yours that really excites you, and it's healthy. Or you're in love with your healthy approaches, that sort of thing. And so now it's declaring, hey, I can't go back. So the situation being, you're not going back. You keep continually leaving. You continually not. You don't go back. So you're not like you're moving forward. You've made peace with the past. If you want to have a conversation, it's like going to take that phone call, right? Like, hey, do you want to have dinner? And if you're telling me that you're too far apart, you could have dinner over a phone call, right? Maybe you could listen to each other chew. You could talk to each other while chewing food. I promise I'm not being mean. Okay, past, present, future influences. I'm going to round out the Celtic cross here with past, present, future influences with the Wanderer's Tarot. And then we'll have the fourth card I pull will be for where you stand in your strength and your power. A lot of what this message is about, right? What is in your surroundings, in your environment that supports you? There's a lot of supportive, even if it's not somebody, it's like this enlightened sense of you. It does ping you with downloads. So like you do get hits of inspiration that lead you to get that burst, like a decisive burst of like, oh, I should do that. I should write that down, or I should. So this, I don't want to sound mean, but like say you're aimlessly on a walk and you find an object, or you're aimlessly shopping and you find an object. Because there's a message to it, like going away for the weekend. And so I just suppose like aimlessly enjoying the day about you, and maybe there is that serendipitous outcome in the aimless moments of you being in a shop, or being on a walk, or being somewhere at some time and you find something and it reminds you, or you hear something and it reminds you, and maybe it's taking that with you as your mantra in your meditations. Also, like supposing that you should create time for meditation, or maybe there's a refreshing, maybe there's a sorry, my phone. Maybe there's a reunion. Okay, I was going off already. In your blind spot, we don't see coming, and then the outcome. Okay, past. Three of Pentacles, Sun. I'm sorry, Mars in Capricorn. Present influences, the Star. Okay, so card number, major arcana number 17. We were just talking about this. In your current situation, in your current influences, you are definitely heavenly guided, heavenly protected, angelic protection, archangelic protection, however you suppose, a higher mind, a higher state of consciousness does create a decisive forward channeling, forward movement, okay, a forward pace away from that which constricts you. So Three of Pentacles, you could have seen a demise, departure, you could have had to leave, you could have had to just flip the tables, how I see it, right? Sometimes like total end of a situation. Maybe it was out of your hands, maybe you caused the end. We don't know. Three of Pentacles. We could talk about it, but it's passing. So now you're seeing, how do I keep this new energy going, right? The Empress saves. There's something about like saving, but not to tell you to save. Maybe yes, like conserve energy, and maybe like, yeah, like a savings account for your energy, your energetics. So more than just like time out to rest, more than just energy conservation, like not saying yes to everything and not running amok with the power. Just because you have freedom, free time, are you gonna say yes to everything? I think that the time and space apart in these first, I would say like the first 10 days of this, but it will be an exploration, right, over the next few months of, now how can you get them, how can you keep the momentum going, how can you ground the momentum, how can you sustain? And so the Star appears, right? How are you going to do that? It is not a small feat. It is not a small process. It's very involved. Nah. It just, when y'all, I'm so sorry. When I say things like that, it's not a small thing. It reminds me of like a professor, like, I don't know, giving a whole spiel speech and then not taking any notes, and at the end of the whole speech the professor saying something like, and that'll be on the final in 3 months or something. You're like, what was this whole speech about? It's kind of like that, like green light, like you're being pushed out, like go now. You're in the Empress mode. You said you weren't going back. Why are you like not that you're crying over spilled milk, not that you're woeful, you know, you've got a way about you, and so go for it. Yeah, like stay in creative flow mode and take time out when you're feeling down and out. It gives me like counting the years or something. If you want it now, start now. The new start is now, right? That's what the architect is saying. That's what your shadow is saying. That's what your intuition is saying. That's what the new moon in Scorpio is saying. And so we have Saturn twice here, Saturn in Libra and Saturn in Taurus. We also have a Saturnian archetype. So we have the World card, right? We have a lot of the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's your decision. We have the Aquarius figure. So the star, yeah. Also, Saturn rules over the World card. We have Jupiter and Capricorn. We have the World card twice. These are worldly kind of practical matters. It could be financial, it could be relationships and contracts. Either way, it does involve your external reality. You're in the mindscape. You're in the... Well, let me just tell you, you're in the right zone, but look, you haven't signed the dotted line yet. We'll get there. It's like, come back to this. Your wishes are being fulfilled. The illusions are shattered. So see the light for what it is. See the truth, right? See your power. Feel your power as you see the truth, as you see the truth lit up. The Chariot. Wow, we were talking about the Chariot. The flow state. Okay, yeah. All wow, the Chariot card. Major Arcana number 7. This is in the future. It will just take that perseverance, backed by courage, right? Remember, it's about in keeping with your desires and keeping with your reality now, not the old reality. Remember, you set out to create a new one. You're in that new mode. You're in the new manifestation. Don't let your mind take you back. Your power is a magician. We just said what I just said. Repeat that. You're in the new reality. It may not seem like, because now it's your turn to take the wheel, put your hands on the wheel and drive. Now, figure out where you need a little bit of organization or a lot of organization, where you need a lot of support or a little support, where you need to talk or have a big talk or a little talk. Or maybe, yeah, a whole new you emerges. But anyway, the whole new way about you is already here and there, here and everywhere, okay? So instead of letting the mind drive you back, we're driving forward, or we're going on, moving on. And maybe just say like, having a moment of like, okay, a Six of Cups moment, right? Oh, okay, that. Let's just leave that memory there. As good or bad as it was, can I say that I've learned what I needed to learn and that I have forgiven? It's coming out of that, or it may take the next ever so months to get out of that, right? Ace of Knives, the truth is definitely around you. The new direction is what we were just saying. Your mindset is needed. A clear mindset is needed, a clear reality check, a clear, suppose that you are now to be in a new mindset, that your perspective has shifted into a more, not necessarily positive, but a more flowing. Now don't allow jaggedness or constriction in the day to take you back. Now allow your mind to relax and let things flow. It is a lot about looking at that which blocks your vision from supposing that you are already in this new landscape, in this new arena, and like it's gonna come out. We have the Chariot, but it takes you back to the Magician, and it takes you back to the way the mind kind of fusses with you. So we have Mercury, Virgo, and Gemini, and we have the Ace of Knives. So worldly, practical matters, communication, what you want to say. It may involve you saying something. The Fool is in your blind spot, is like, yeah, you're safe to take the leap. You're safe to, I think we even said that recently, right? What's the outcome? Thank you. We have 2 cards that try to come out. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have card number 9 of Swords, the 9 of Knives. Okay. Mars in Gemini. Again, a lot of fear, a lot of worries that do leave you feeling trapped, okay? You've already said you're not going to repeat the cycle, so there's that soul reverberation and vibration there, soul acknowledgement. And so now lock in that desire, lock it in with your new will, and then go in that direction, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana, and then the Empress makes 8 or 7, sorry. I'm like trying to add. I mean, we have the Ace of Knives, which is like the Ace of Swords. We have the Fool in your environment. We have the Fool in your blind spot, or what you don't see in your environment. We have Justice and the High Priestess as the 2 cards that came out for your outcome, which is super radical. We have the Magician and we have the High Priestess. We have Justice, card number 11, major arcana number 11, Saturnian, but very a Libra, so very Empress, right? Then we have the High Priestess, which has ties with the Chariot, okay? Okay, let me get into this because this is kind of... giving me a lot of like magical, a lot of the robes, okay? And do you see how this high priestess and this architect, they have the horns, the divine masculine symbols of the horns. Just getting a lot of magical qualities about you. We have the high priestess, which is a lunar archetype, attributed to Pisces and Virgo. Okay, we have the chariot, which is a Cancerian archetype, which is attributed to the moon. We have Mercury with the magician, which is attributed to day and night, Gemini and Virgo. We have the Fool, which is a brand new start. We have the Star, which is a wish fulfillment, a wish is fulfilled. And we have Justice, which is in your favor. Although perhaps it's trusting that this is in your favor. Trusting that you have done the work and that it's only taking time. And it is soon you will be able to feel it and have it with the chariot. It's the breakout moment, right? And the Fool, that's kind of in your surroundings. That's what's approaching. The Magician is you clearing up that mindset of this hasn't worked before, this isn't going to work. Now, how can you assert your worthiness and assert yourself in this new direction, okay? What's it going to take to give you where you were? You already have arrived here, and now what can help you to stay here and maintain forward moment, right? We keep saying that. Thank you all. I'm like, okay, wait, which one do I want? Well, we're already using Matt Hughes, so we might as well use the Ethereal Visions Tarot. Okay, why is the High Priestess here? Thank you so much. Spiritual guides of the highest light, archangels and angels, our helpful, wise, sage ancestors, clear divine messages for the collective. Why is the High Priestess here? All right, sorry about that. Boom. Y'all, I've been in this new meditation zone and it also puts me like out. Okay, why is the High Priestess here? Why is Justice here? Okay, wait, why is High Priestess here? Thank you very much. Clear divine messages. For the collective. Okay, also, yeah, we have Arcana 0, Arcana 1, Arcana number 2, and then the Empress number 3. The Hierophant. Clarifying the High Priestess. 10 of Swords, okay. Sun in Gemini. Your blessings are coming. The worst is now over. You see the light. The light is shining. That's what we said. The light is now being cast. It takes a few minutes for the sunlight to hit Earth, right? To get to Earth. Here's the sunlight, the Knight of Pentacles. Here's you trudging along. You're about to get there. A little bit more patience and perseverance. We have a Capricornian Sagittarian figure here. It's the Queen. Oh wow, Ace of Cups, and we do have Sagittarius and Scorpio. Okay. Wow, the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. You're gonna come out of this. It's like imperative, it's suggested, however you want to see it fit. I do want to give advice. I prefer to give advice because that's what a tarot reading is about, right? So I don't want to direct you and tell you what to do. You choose, right? That's how we started the message. It's not about us creating ultimate, intense, evolutionary changes, even though maybe that's why you came here. We're starting with these now more practically grounded level of, we're starting with a more practically grounded level of choices, choosing, right? Why has the Devil card been appearing here and there? We had that one reading where the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands appeared, clarifying the Devil, okay, or alongside the Devil to clarify. I forget what card, but it's a difference between like getting out of those creating the snowball effect, okay, creating the self-sabotage effect of, hey, I've already made the decision to not make those choices, right? The Hierophant. I've already created a vision and a plan, and I took the alarm sounds off, so I take a mini pause. I've already created the vision. I've already created the plan. I've already put it to pen and paper. I've already written in my journal about it. I've already talked to my friends about it. My friends already see me acting different. People already see me acting different. Now really it's about you honoring that it's okay to make mistakes along the way, and that your choices will become more aligned with the new direction and the new manifestation and your new reality, your new perspective and your new mindset. But meanwhile, you work to create the full level of change to honor what we're saying more so. Instead of the ultimate change, it's more about you making choices, right, along the way on this like new adventure, the new journey that begins for you. It's already begun. And just because you're not seeing the full result, right? Because from change incurs or effects results. And that's very based in production, which leads to burnout, right? Even the most productive line, every production line has a limit. Okay, here, you have reached the limit. 10 of Swords. But you know this, you know you have reached the limit. Okay, that's it. That's the blessing in disguise. Honor it. Allow the light to be cast now. The light is there because we do have the Ace of Cups. You've covered all those grounds, okay? Now, reality shifts. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is one of my favorite. Ace of Aces Matt Hughes's Ethereal Visions, Ace of Cups, the Luna edition. It's freaking top, bro. Okay, we started with the Three of Swords, and we end with Ace of Cups. Why the Justice card? Why do we have Arcana number 11? Yeah, the fact that the Architect is here, the High Priest and the High Priestess and the Magician and the Star and Chariot and Justice. This is all sorts of worldly matters. For you, it is very individual. I see that you want money and love. Don't we all, baby? The first step of Love and Money Club is to admit that you want that, right? Because then you're going to admit to yourself what it's going to take for you to get that, right? Then you're going to realize, oh, I already have that. Then you're going to realize, actually, I haven't even been taking care of myself. Where are we at, folks? Clear divine messages. Why the Justice card here? Card number 11. You don't say, look, card number Justice, card number Major Arcana number 11 at the bottom of the deck. And what flies out? Three of Pentacles once again. Here twice, 33, 3, Three of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn. Starts with those mindset shifts, behavioral shifts, choosing what's good in unconditional love and light, learning from previous aspects of your journey, okay? Both good, bad, the ugly. Doing the time. You got to do the time. What's good part of it? Three of Pentacles. Y'all ain't messing around here. Jupiter in Leo. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. You choose. Okay, old way or new way. Six of Wands. You're already on your way. Now show up. Six of Wands. Show up in your new suit, okay? If you're still shedding away all the old crud, wrap it up, okay? Take that last bit of time out. It may involve this last few months of you going in your winter arc mode, whatever. I kind of like that. But I'm like, 6 months is kind of a long time. I guess that's kind of a Five of Pentacles moment, right? You have Nine of Wands and 10 of Wands, okay? Nine of Swords, wow. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the Wanderer's Tarot, and then Nine of Swords at the bottom of the Ethereal Visions Tarot, okay? You've seen it all. Now it's like, you've seen it all. Now it's like, this was the initiation in a way, but also you're gonna see it was you the whole time, not letting you just go. Also, what does well, you realize now when you unravel everything and you have so many ideas, now you know where to focus, right? Nine of Wands and 10 of Wands. Okay. Nine of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Um, then we have Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. We have a lot of tens as well. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. A lot of Jupiter energy here. And then the Nine of Wands is Moon in Sagittarius. So, okay. Yes, it's taking a long time, and it takes the time. It's taking a lot of time, but honor that as you generating power and generating strength, generating the flow. See the flow for from the beginning to what's coming, and ground yourself in the midst of the now, the present. The Ten of Wands here, Saturn in Sagittarius, more Saturn. Okay, you're gonna get there. You're about to see it, but it's just stop thinking about it in the same way. Stop thinking about it in the old way about you. Now apply the processes and apply the new sensations now that you've created clarity and an opening in your world. Now live it and love it. Live in it and love in it. Now go about your business in that new realm and do you in that new realm. Be cringy, be nervous, be soft, be anxious, and then practice, get into the real authentic way about you, right? It's there. You've been through it. You've been through it many times now. You will see that if you stick with this, if you stay on this course, it means your gifts, the love and the money, right? Okay. We're already like over an hour, right? Okay. Card number 5, Blue Lotus. It's a direct doorway, a mediator into the world of the gods. What was I just saying? The perfected balance that it bestows us assists us in bridging and refining the divine connection between the heart and brain. Blue Lotus today is assisting you in widening the portals of your intuitive powers, granting you access to the realms of inner knowledge held within the great mystery. Remember, the lotus rises from the depths of muddy waters, untouched and impeccable, to blossom into majestic beauty. That's giving me a lot of Scorpio. A lot of the water signs, right? Trust the process and believe in the mystery. Listen deeply to the guardians of mystery as you unfold from darkness. There you go, as you unfold from darkness. It's likely that your vision is a little bit impaired. Hopefully you have put down whatever ailments cause impairments, whatever spirits that cause impairments and impalement. Out of that now, okay? You have seen where that takes you. You have now seen your way out, and now you do honor the way out, right? 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. You've been through something, but the price may have been a little high, but it is Capricornian here with the Justice card. Okay. I mean, we do have the Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Wands, Sagittarius and Capricorn, the Spendali and the bougie ones of the freaking zodiac wheel, right? Okay, what's good, party folk? I honor you, your path. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. Slowly but surely we grow alongside each other, alongside the channel. Hit thumbs up if you want to support me. Sorry about all the lighting issues. Someday we'll get it together. But for now, we're going to just read some cards and lightly edit and post as much as I possibly can. More to come. Happy last final days of October. Happy Halloween, and all those other celebrations that come along this thinning of the veil. I hope everyone enjoys their timing and the beginning of November. I'll be back with more messages very soon. Thank you all the love, all the light. Leave me a comment, hit share this with somebody, share this with someone, share this with many people, and leave me a comment, subscribe, stick around. See you later. Talk soon.